I made it. I'm grateful. The topic today is, let's redefine what we call problems in our lives. If we will only look at problems as an opportunity that God brings in our way to move our lives forward, we will redefine that differently. We will not call it a problem, we'll call it an opportunity. I said, let's redefine what we call problems in our lives to unshackle from emotional pain. If we look at offense or offenses or somebody doing wrong to us, and instead of us quickly going there with it and saying that, look, I'm telling you what I have eaten and I'm still eating every day, because I realize that keeping somebody's pain, somebody causing me that pain and keeping that in me was really hurting and messing up with my system. This is a system that, we need to take care of, or it goes away, or it gets into diseases and everything else. So I have realized that if I take a moment and look at things that people have done to, let's say, hurt me or hurt anybody, or trials that has come my way, if I redefine that differently, if I redefine that as not a problem or not an offense, but rather something that God was going to use as a catapult to put me into my next level of success, I become calm. And I want you to also look at that in your life. How many people or what trials have we seen this year? This is in our reflection of 2022. Have we seen this year that we quickly went to the negative thoughts of it and saying that, why would this person do this to me? And how dare she or he do this to me? And it was all about you. But if we also take a step back and re-examine the problem, re-examine the situation, re-examine what we deem an offense, we will realize that that thing came so that we can see the true person or the true character of a being, right? Because God created us as in a way that we can't even read people's mind unless they tell us. Then they start telling us, then we take offense. So how else would we know the nature of a person if we don't see that manifestation, right? Because it's written that by their fruit ye shall know them. So when this thing comes our way, can we just take a pause and sit back and say, what am I to see here? What am I to learn here? What am I to examine here? And how would that help me in my next encounter with with a trial or a storm, or my next encounter with a person? If we look at it this way, and today is like Christmas Eve, and that's why I'm bringing this message, because if we, for Christians who celebrate the birth of Christ, if we tomorrow dress up and say, oh, Merry Christmas, and then we are in our mind holding a grudge, holding an offense, holding a problem, we have defined it that way, and we are out and about going and cheering up. But when we are alone in our bedroom, in our closet, in our shower, that thing comes to us and we are depressed, morphed into ourselves, and start having conversation that is not healthy with ourselves. So I said that let's redefine what we call problem. So going forward in 2023, how about anytime something hit us, either a person hit us with something or a trial hit us, how about we take it a moment? Maybe we can have that take a moment challenge and pause and look at that thing quietly, re-examine it and say, what is it here that I'm supposed to learn from, to take that nugget into our next relationship, to take that nugget into our next, you know, job or company or, you know, again, gathering. So if we do that, we will take away that emotional pain that causes blood pressure, rising your blood pressure. Your blood pressure getting into a level that you didn't ask for it. That causes the organs in your body reacting because you're not happy, and your gut starts showing it. How about we live a healthy life 2023, but not holding any grudge, and by redefining problems or offense in our lives? How about we take that challenge for the next 3 months into March to say that we're not going to let anything offend us, because the definition you give that thing that comes to with you or comes to you or comes attacking you is what that thing becomes. The definition you give anything that comes to you, you are defining it. That's the willpower that God gave us. That when somebody says something, your interpretation is what it is. So how about we taking that exercise to say, going forward, I'm going to interpret anything that happens to me in another way, so that I don't get my negative emotions worked up. So that I would take the empowered belief to rather work for me. So then we're looking at, a belief like empathy. Instead of, getting mad at somebody, we have compassion on that person, and rather look at that person to say, that's a problem, let me feel sorry for this person. Instead of getting mad, we're just having, we exercise empathy or compassion or kindness. How about we take that challenge? I said the trials and people who hurt us, most, right, help us to develop a stamina or wisdom for our next level. So you take somebody and say that this person did this and it really hurt me, and why did this person do this to me, and it's all me. But if you take a moment from it and say, what am I to learn here? It will give you that wisdom that you need for your next level of success. It will give you that stamina, that muscle. It will build that muscle so you will be able to endure, harder things in the future. So what are we going to do? So I said, pay attention to what happens to you.